is? It's your boy Diesel from Diesel TV. All right, man, here go another episode of Ride Alongs with Diesel, man. So I just got to work. I just got in town, and I'm en route to a missing persons call right now, man. It's like a 15-year-old might have ran away or something like that. So I'm en route to a missing persons call, so y'all just stay tuned, man. We're gonna get to this shit. All right, guys, for this call right here, my equipment went out while I was doing editing. I realized that my equipment went out and everything. But for this call, we had a 15-year-old that had left the house, did not have the permission to leave the house. She was texting her parents and letting them know that she was with somebody and she was wanting to come home, but they wouldn't bring her home. So she would not give any information about what was going on, where she was, or who the person was. So we kind of like slated that as a runaway because she wasn't willing to give us any information. So once she found out the police was there and doing an investigation and everything, the person that she was with brought her back home and everything while we were out there with the parents. And that was the end of it, man. Really not much else to it. The female, I don't know exactly, she did not live inside our town. She lived right outside of our town, but the reason why they called us is because she walked off from her parents while they were at the gas station that we went to that was inside of our town. So it was actually a runaway from that gas station, so that's why we were called in and everything. But other than that, she was home safely, no problems or anything like that. So that was the end of it. Let's move on to the next one. Show me 1016.
2220. Temple.
1413, rolling clear to 5.
Brandon 2307 status.
Temple.
Temple. Temple.
Ma'am, get back in the car. Get back in the car.
Brandon 2220 status.
10-4.
Copy no further.
All right, so She got a citation for 50 and a 35. As you saw, she tried to get out the car. She said she was getting out the car so she can ask me if she could
Brandon
pull up.
1419.
But we just don't let people get out the car like that, man. It's too dangerous for them to be out in traffic coming by and stuff like that. We don't let them get out the car like that. People can see my blue lights when they come up to them, so it's a lot safer that way than her getting out and trying to ask me to move up or anything like that. If I needed her to move up, I would have asked her to when I initially approached the vehicle. So let's move on to the next one. 2221. Show me 1061.
2220.
Everything on 1023.
10-4. Brandon 2220.
Hello.
Are you secure?
Temple. Hello.
10-4 is the registered owner of the vehicle, the driver.
Give me a read back on it. I'm not sure yet.
A
Temple.
10-4 Zone 1, NCIC, no extradition, in-state only.
Out of where?
Get back in the vehicle. Get back in the vehicle. Back in the vehicle. All right.
2227.
10-4 rolling.
Yep.
All right, guys, so I'm just going to do a little bit of voiceover for this one. As you guys can see, I'm getting him out. So the reason why I stopped him was because he was passing a vehicle in the middle lane and at a high rate of speed, and I wasn't running radar or anything like that, but he was driving very, very reckless. So I get him out of the vehicle, I search him and everything like that. And then after I search him, I want to start my field sobriety. Before I start my field sobriety, he starts talking about how, you know, I shouldn't have pulled him over and things of that sort. So then I start talking to him about what he did and, you know, all this is on him. You know, I had to go through that with him. Then after that, as you guys can see, that's why I'm pointing at him like that, because I'm explaining to him exactly what he did to get pulled over. All right, so now I am starting my field sobriety. I started off with the HGN test, which is the horizontal gaze nystagmus test. When you see on the cops and, you know, the live PD, when they take that pen or something that they can look at and follow it with their eyes, that's what this is, horizontal gaze nystagmus, the HGN test. Basically with this test, you can really tell if somebody has a lot or a little bit of alcohol in their system. It really helps you gauge how intoxicated that person is by just their eyes. And usually this is the only test I use other than my alka sensor that's in my car. But usually this is the only test I use to figure out if I'm going to arrest somebody along with using the alka sensor. It makes me determine if I'm going to arrest them for DWI or not. So I'm finishing up this test here. And then right after I finish up this test, I'll be going to my car and I'm get my Alka sensor so I can have him blow into the Alka sensor. All right, guys, as you can see, got the Alka sensor. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm just explaining to him how the Alka sensor works. I'm turning it on. It's going through its paces of testing, make sure there's no alcohol inside the Alka sensor. It does a blank test to make sure what the screen is supposed to show is zeros before I make him blow it. Not make him, but, you know, ask him to blow into it to give me my results. So again, I'm just explaining to him that, you know, you have to keep on blowing until I tell you to stop, those kind of things, and then I have him blow. All right, so now you see that I gave him his first test and I looked at my watch. The reason why I looked at my watch is because you have to give 2 tests on the roadside, but they have to have 5 minutes in between both tests if you're going to make them, if you're going to use the Alka sensor. So I made him blow the first time, and now we're having to wait for the 5 minutes. Now what he's frustrated about is that I'm making him wait that 5 minutes, and in actuality that 5 minutes helps him out more than anything. 5 minutes is so that if the first blow he had mouth alcohol, he could have blown high because of the mouth alcohol. You know, after you burp or something like that, it brings alcohol back into your breath, and that'll make you blow higher than you normally would. So I have to wait that 5 minutes to go ahead and have him blow again, and then I can make my determination if I will be arresting him or not. As you can see, he's very animated because he's frustrated, and, you know, he's a little intoxicated as well. He's not mad or anything like that, but he's just kind of frustrated at the fact of how the process has to go.
Brian to 2220 status.
10-4 rolling.
10-4.
Dispatch information has been updated.
2511 Ryan, 1024 code 1.
Dispatch information has been updated.
2511 10-4.
2307
20.
Dispatch information has been updated.
All right, and here's the second test. 5 minutes. I jumped a little forward to go to the second test after 5 minutes had passed. Right now, I'm turning it on, letting it go through its test and everything. Show zeros, so he doesn't think it had alcohol in it from the last time. I have him blowing everything, and I get the results, and I make the determination to go ahead and arrest him for DWI.
Dispatch information has been updated. Dispatch information has been updated.
16.
All right, so after I had arrested him, I gave him the option. You know, I don't really like to tow people's cars and just make it harder on them, but gave him the option to go ahead and give somebody a call, come pick up his vehicle and things like that. Because I try to be as fair as I can and as nice as I can on the side of the road. You know, I ain't had nowhere to be or anything like that. I had to work a shift, so He told me his
Dispatch information has been
phone was
updated.
in his car, so I went and got his phone, brought it back to him so he could call somebody to come and get his
Dispatch
vehicle, and that's
information
exactly what he did. Right here, you see these two females right here picking up his car.
22.
Show me in Salisbury.
10-4.
All right, guys, so now I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. I transported him to the police department so I could put him on the intoxilizer machine. The intoxilizer machine is just the machine that we use for court to show where his breath alcohol level was at the time of his arrest. So basically what the process is, I have to take him to this police department, take him through the Sally Port, which you're going to see me in a little bit, go through the Sally Port. And I am going to have to basically take him to the machine, ask him to blow into the machine, and after he blows into the machine, it'll print up his results. I take that in front of the magistrate's office, and from there I file the charges of driving while impaired or driving under influence, whatever you want to say. Both of them are basically the same. All right, so now we are at the police department. This is the door that we take them into to take them to the intoxilizer room. You'll see us walk in here in just a minute, but I will take them from there, like I said, and then after that, on to the magistrate's office. I have to take them out of this building, put them back in my car, then take them to the magistrate's office, and then I'll be filing the paperwork from there. So that's basically the process, man. As you guys saw, this right here was an eventful day. I had a few things going on, some things going on that really took some long investigations, like a DWI. That takes a while to process, man. That's like a 3 or 4 hour process, depending on who all's in front of you, you know, what all you got to do and all that stuff. So I couldn't really put that much other stuff on here because I didn't want the video to be that long. So we're going to end it with this, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification, man. And y'all know what it is. I'm out.